Hi, guys. Or hello, angels, I should say. Because all of us are angels. And that's kind of what I want to talk about today. Shadow. Embracing our shadow. Loving our shadow. How to find our shadow. Embracing the shadow in others. It's easy to love people who love us. It's easy to feel connected to people who agree with us, to people that we feel are aligned with us. That's easy. We should still do it. And sometimes I guess it's challenging if people that we're close to and that we love and that we feel connected to challenge us in some way. So the shadow can come up then. But in terms of the collective, if we are all one, if we are all interdependent on each other, if that is true, then that means that we are also connected to people that we find abhorrent, whose views we find abhorrent, people we hate, people who challenge us, people who don't believe the same things that we believe. What do you do with that? And I feel that I am called to not only figure out how to feel connected to those people, how to love those people, how to be compassionate for people that I don't agree with, that I think are wrong. And even more than that, to really look at why is that triggering me so much? Why is what they're doing triggering me so much? Is there anything in me that might also feel that way on some level, you know? And this is hard stuff to look at, but I think it's really important that we look at, am I somewhat racist? Am I somewhat homophobic or heterophobic? Do I have feelings about money? Do I have feelings about lack of money? Do I have feelings about empowerment and power? And what are those feelings? And where are they in me? Are they in me? And they may not be. But I think it's important that we ask those questions, that we don't just assume that because we think we are good people, and I'm speaking to everybody, just because we think we're right and we think we're good people does not mean that it does not bear some examination, right? Because my belief is that we are projecting that shadow, our shadow, onto other people. And the only way to stop doing that is to look inside ourselves and to find a way to love even the parts of ourselves that we think might be unlovable or might be challenging or might be hard or might even be wrong. And I think we can start having that compassion. Potentially it's easier to do it for other people than it is for ourselves. I often find that it's hardest for us to do for ourselves. It's even easier to have compassion for an enemy, someone we consider to be an enemy, than it is to have compassion for ourselves, true compassion for ourselves, true acceptance for ourselves. But I think that's where the secret is. I think that's what the real shadow work is. When we're uncomfortable, when we're mad, when we are having those feelings, what is at the bottom of it? What is it saying about us? That's where the work is. I can't control anything that anybody else does, but I can control me. You've heard it again and again. I can react or I can respond. And that's to stuff within myself, thoughts, feelings, body sensations, as well as stuff that's occurring outside of myself. So to me, people that we disagree with, that we dislike, they are the external version of our shadow. So looking at that, playing with that, thinking about that, examining yourself in that, in my opinion, in my experience, will help us see the shadow within ourselves and begin to love and work that. And once we can do that, once we can accept all of the parts of ourselves, the dark parts, the ugly parts, the parts we want to hide, as well as the parts that we love to show and that we love to show off, then we can really begin to change not only ourselves, but the world around us. Because it's that loving energy, to truly have that, to truly ground into that, that's what shifts things. And I believe that's what saves us and keeps us whole, all of us. So that's what I have today. Mwah. Big love.